Hey everybody, Greg Johnson here from Varimax Fitness and Fit Golf in Sacramento. And today I'm going to go over a full workout with the brand new Lebert HIIT System. I just got this thing this week and I love it, so I'm going to give you some demos of stuff that you can do. We're going to start on the ground, do some core exercises, get up, use it as a suspension trainer, a dynamic suspension trainer, and do some strength, and then end with some high intensity intervals. Alright guys, we're going to start off with the HIIT system hooked down low. You can actually attach this to a door. I have it attached to a post. So basically what you're going to notice is holding each side is pretty rigid, alright, but there's also some dynamic aspects to it as well. So we're going to start with some basic core strength. So we're going to get on our backs here, and I'm going to find a position to where if the straps are tight, they're directly over my shoulders. Alright, and the first thing I'm going to work on is just work on abs are tight, pelvic tilt, my back is flat to the ground, and I'm going to bring my knees up to my chest, and we're going to work on basically a dead bug, but I'm creating resistance. I'm pulling with both sides, all right, but I'm controlling the pull a little bit more on one side than the other. So there's always tension on both straps. And I'm going to work back and forth. If I can, opposite arm, opposite leg. So when the right leg goes away, the left arm goes up, but I'm creating tension on both straps. Now you can go faster, but I like tension and slow and controlled for core exercises. We'll do a few more here, back and forth. And then I'm going to take a break, rest the arms for a second, and to work on the glutes, the back side of the core. All right, now for this one, I'm just going to maintain tension, which means I'm basically trying to pull as hard as I can towards my knees with both hands. And I'm going to work on bridging while I'm maintaining that press. And if that's not too bad, if that's not challenging, I'm going to maintain that. Bridge up, hold, extend, and back down. And by activating my arms and my lats, I'm turning on the upper areas of my core, my midsection. There's a lot of different variations of these you could do. You could do single leg bridges. And then I'll go back, last couple. Tension, bridge up, one side, other side, and back down. And then one of the things I love doing with these is working on static and dynamic rotation exercises. Right? So in order to decide where you need to be for this, I'm going to be arm fully extended. So this is where I'm going to be deciding where to go. I have tension on both sides. Tall as I can, I'm going to create tension as I pull back and forth. So my spine is staying very rigid, very stable. I'm setting my shoulder blades behind me, but I'm pulling on this underhand as much as I'm pulling on the under. So I'm creating tension against myself. Creates great upper back, shoulders, posterior deltoids. Tall as you can. Really get those shoulders burning when you're creating enough tension. And if you get tired, you can loosen your own tension a little bit. I'll switch to the other side. I'll turn this way so you don't see my backside. All right, I'm going to find the position. All right, so I'm working on shoulders back, pulling and pushing. It's also great for a warm-up. Gets the heart rate going, gets the blood flowing, tall as I can. Now, if you notice, I have my outside leg up here to stay out of the way, to stabilize my pelvis. And then as we start getting up off the ground, I love this for my golfers, my athletic players. I'm going to start in an athletic position, so I'm facing down. And we're going to work on a rotational row. And you're going to find this come into play in numerous different aspects of this workout. But I'm not letting my hips twist, which means I'm stabilizing my hips from the ground up, and only my torso is rotating which turns into a great core exercise. Obliques, I'm creating tension, I'm pulling with both. So I'm activating my biceps on both sides, activating my back on both sides, and I'm loaded through the ground. And I'm going slow for the purpose of core stability. We will speed this up later. And then one more. If we do a pull, I like to do pushing. I'm going to come down on this one and rotate up. And now if I do want to make this more dynamic, I could go find my end range and work on pulling on both sides. Arms straighter, creating as much twist in the torso as I can. Right. Great for rotational sports. And there we go. So that's a great little core set, nice little warm up. All right, gonna take a break to switch positions. All right, guys, moving into the second phase of this, I have this up top on the attachment. So again, you could do this over a door or over a bar in the gym. And to start with, we're gonna treat this just like a suspension trainer, all right? So as I'm using this with equal pressure on both arms, it doesn't move, it creates a suspension strap. Now obviously there is gonna be some movement there if you want there to be, but for the goal for this first set of strength exercises, we're gonna do controlled movements and not allow there to be movement or play in the straps. So we're going to start with some basic aspects and we're going to make this more advanced as we go. The first one I like to do for any type of suspension trainer is working on basically a lunge. Get some lower body in there, tall as you can, and then hopefully as I do this, you'll also be able to see my heart rate up on the wall there as well, especially when we get to the high intensity stuff. And for the purpose of these exercises, I'm going to go for time. Obviously you can go for reps as well. Everything we're doing, I'm trying to maintain posture, keep my core strong, keep my spine as straight as I can. Got about 10 more seconds left before we switch sides. Holding on to the straps allows upper back tension as well. And take a break. All right, and we're going to the second leg. Ready? And go. We'll do about 30 seconds per exercise here. Again, this is focused on strength. I'm not trying to go as fast as I can yet. All right, but if I want to make this challenging, I can slow it down. Halfway on this one. And take a break. All right, so doing a circuit, what we're going to do here is we're going to do some lower body and add in some upper body pulling and pushing. First set's going to be very foundational, very basic. All right, so after our lunges, I'm going to walk forward, tall as I can. The straps won't move. All right, I will be the moving structure. We're going to go for basic rows. So as I'm doing rows, I want shoulders down and pulling here. Harder is up top, but you're going to keep your shoulders down. 30 seconds. Here we go. Seconds left. All right. So now, as we go on to the next couple sets, we're going to add some dynamic suspension into that as well. All right. And then the last exercise for the first round is basically push-ups. All right. So now, again, the best part about a suspension strap and using this as a suspension strap is it creates instability. All right. Now later we'll get into the dynamic stuff. This first round, we're going to 30 seconds of just perfect push-ups. Try not to let the straps scrape your arms. All right, I'm going out wide for my push-ups. All right, 30 seconds. I also like using this first set as a little bit more of a warm-up. Get the body working, using all the range of motions of the arms, the legs, keeping my core tight. trying not to touch the straps. Let's do a few more for good measure. Alrighty, so now we're going to start getting the heart rate up here a little bit. We're going to make some changes to some of these exercises. So on our second set, we're going to be a little bit more dynamic in our movement. We're going to use some different planes of motion, some different moves, some different twisting. All right. So for the lunging, instead of just doing a straight back lunge, I'm going to face away from you here. We're going to do what's called a curtsy lunge, which means we're going to take this and cross over so it loads that glute on the outside when you come up. We'll go 30 seconds on each side. Again, maintaining stable straps, tall as you can, 30 seconds on each side. Here we go. Cross over. Now if you notice as I'm crossing one leg over, it's actually crossing midline, but my torso stays up straight. I'm not twisted. Right? My eyes are paying attention to right about where the swivel strap is. Seconds. All right, we'll come on up, take a break. We'll do the same thing on the other side. All right, so again, cross over. I'm going to start level, cross around and back, curtsy lunge. Ready? Here we go. Or 10 more seconds. With various movements, more body, more muscles get activated, so you're going to start seeing the heart rate go up a little bit more. And take a break. All right, so now we're going to start using the motion of these HIIT systems. All right, so now our first set we just did rows, basic foundational rows. So now here's what we're going to do. I'm going to start midway up on my row, and I'm going to allow one arm to lower me down. Now my goal here is to keep my spine in the same position and maintaining almost equal pressure on the straps. I'm going to alternate arms. All right? So we're going to go slow and controlled again for this one. This is strength, controlled. All right? We're still going to go for 30 seconds, alternating arms. Ready? Go. So my goal here is keeping my spine fairly straight, fairly neutral. All right? I'm allowing my shoulders to move forward and backwards as the arms move forward and backwards. If I want to go a little bit higher, I get a little bit more upper back, posterior deltoids, lower, more bicep, more lat. There we go. 10 more seconds here since we're alternating. I'm really squeezing and pulling on both arms. And take a break. All right, so now we're going to use that same concept as we go into the push-ups. All right, so now the basic push-up again was full body down, full body up. All right, so the body is what's moving. All right, so now the same thing. I'm going to go to about that halfway point, and I'm basically going to use my spine as a swivel. And I'm going to control the straps both directions again. I'm trying not to let the straps touch my arms. I'm just reaching out, but I'm still creating tension on both straps. All right, I'm not letting one strap go. 30 seconds of alternating push-ups, alternating arm push-ups. Here we go. All right, so now the stabilization still comes from the ground, from the balls of my feet. I shouldn't see any moving or lateral movements. Just reaching. Left arm gets behind me. Reaching. Right arm gets behind me. All right. Keep in mind, rotation is a two-sided movement. Both the back and the front of the body has to work synergistically to get optimal rotation. A few more. so now we'll go through our last set. We'll continue to change it up. Now obviously as you do this, you can experiment with this and go through the more advanced stuff. For the last set, we're going to do a lateral lunge, okay? So tall as you can, I'm going to step out to the side. I'm going to load my hip, and I'm going to come up, all right? Now, I'm just going to stick with the lateral lunge, but there's definitely ways that you can use the movement as well. 30 seconds on each side. I'll show you from the back. Starting neutral, loaded hip, pop back up. Ready? 30 seconds. More seconds. And take a break. Let's go ahead and switch sides. All right, same thing, lateral lunge, as tall as I can. When I lunge out to the side, this whole line of my body is in a straight line. I'm not leaning out to the side. 30 seconds on the other side. Here we go. Last one. All right, now we're going to get into the more advanced version of the upper body. All right, so we're going to do single arm exercises. All right, so quick little reminders. We did a basic 2-arm row, and then we did an alternating row. All right, so now I can turn this into a dynamic core strength single arm row. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to take one arm, it's going to be held to my body, and this arm is going to stay stable. And this arm, the straight arm, is going to basically pull like a single arm row. Right? So both sides of my body have to continue to work to prevent rotation as I'm setting that shoulder blade, pulling back. All right, so my right shoulder blade pulls back and retracts to pull, or my left shoulder blade still has to stay retracted as the other arm does the movement. All right, so we're going to go for 30 seconds on each arm. This one's going to be an arm burner. Here we go. Ready? Go. Right arm is doing all the work for the pulling for all 30 seconds. But the left arm is holding myself in place. So this one I obviously do get a little body movement. This basically creates like a pulley system up top. A few more seconds, pinch and pull. You'll notice a lot more muscles working. Heart rate starts to creep up. And take a break. All right, so now even though that was a right arm exercise, I can already start feeling that left arm because it had to support and stabilize the whole 30 seconds. Now do the same thing. Other arm, here we go. 30 seconds, and go. This will really let you know if one arm is a little bit more challenging, a little bit harder than the other. So now if you watch my left arm is doing the pulling, but my right arm is still staying locked in place. Elbow tucked to my side like I'm holding a newspaper. All right, it just becomes a stabilizer as the left arm is doing the work. 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. All right, and then we're going to try to do the same thing with the push-ups. All right, single arm push-ups. This is tough. All right, so the lower you go, the more challenging it is. If you want, you may want to start up higher. All right, so I'll show you. So I'll do my right arm first again. All right, so my left arm is going to be tucked to my side. My right arm presses all my weight up. All right, I'm going to find a position without scraping my arm. 30 seconds. Ready, go. Drop down, stabilizer here, press up. Single arm does all the work. 30 seconds. Heart rate's getting up there. It's a lot more challenging on these ones. All right, same thing, other side. Right arm locks down. Left arm controls the press. Right, if this gets too hard or too easy, I'm going to change my foot position. I feel like this is pretty good for now. Control back, drive through that arm. I'm driving through the palm of my hand, trying as best I can not to let the strap scrape the arm. Last couple. And take a break. All right, now before we get to the higher intensity interval stuff, I want to add some arm exercises. Really get the arm blast going. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to work on some biceps. Everybody likes biceps. So now, for the first 20 seconds, all right, I'm going to do a high bicep curl. And then for the second 20 seconds, I'm going to hold and I'm going to alternate. And then I say arm burner. Here we go. First 20 seconds. Bicep burner. Ready? Go. Tall as I can. Creating stabilization through the entire spine. Abs are tight. I'm trying not to drop my elbows. Elbows high, pinkies to temples. And then we're going to switch here in a second. All right, so now I'm ready. Hold the top position, right? And alternate. I get it back if I can because my arm's already getting tired. Three, two, one. All right, whew, whew. I'm getting the heart rate up. All right, now we're going to add some lats and triceps to this. All right, so here's the thing. I'm going to get back into that golf posture that we talked about earlier. All right, shoulders down. All right, and I'm going to start slow. Set my shoulder. Reach with one arm, extend with the other, but I'm creating tension on both. Abs tight, lats tight. My arms are staying straight, which means I'm getting triceps in an isometric and my lats. I'm going to try to maintain stable posture. Tall as I can, chest up. Three, two, one. Take a break. All right, so that's the end of the basic strength portion. There's so many things that you can do with this, but I'm going to end with that for right now. And we're going to end, after a little bit of a breather, with a high intensity interval circuit to end. HIIT trainer, high intensity interval. Here we go. All right, guys, so the last thing we're doing is going to be a high intensity interval circuit. All right, now if you notice again, I changed the position of the HIIT system. All right, it was originally down, then it was up, and now I have it basically neutral, somewhere attached between shoulder and elbow level. And again, there is a door attachment where you can just hook it in between the door and its frame. Works great. All right, otherwise there is a handle and you can actually have a partner, a buddy, actually be the other end. All right, so here's what we're going to do to start with. I'm going to turn this into a full body, high intensity interval circuit. We're going to try to go for 30 seconds apiece. However, if I hit 95, I may stop. Hopefully you guys can see my heart rate too. All right, so we're going to start with getting back into that row position. All right, and I'm going to try to go. Now we're working on speed. All right, now we're working on stabilizing with the lower body, creating force with my entire body, and trying to go as quick as I can. All right, so we're going to do a set of pulls, a set of pushes, and a set of lateral bounds. All right, here we go. First set. Ready, set, go. 30 seconds. All right, so now my goal is I'm still trying to keep tension on the straps. All right, I don't want to see slack in the straps. So we're going for 30 seconds. Pulling and pushing, creating tension. Five seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Take a break. All right, we're going to take about a 15-second change. Notice the heart rate's going up. All right, as I'm resting, we're going to do the same thing with the push. All right, but now again, fast as I can. Trying to change arms, change positions as fast as I can. Starting in 5 seconds, I'm going to let my heart rate come down a little bit, but not a lot. Ready? set, go. Find that position. If you notice I have 1 foot forward, I can do neutral, otherwise I'm switching because it's halfway. A lot of different variations. Whew. All right, whew. 30 seconds. Now if you notice, it doesn't take a lot of resistance, but that speed gets the heart rate up. All right? Hence, high intensity. And here we go, the last set of this one is we're going to do lateral bounds. I'm just going to use this as a guide. Bounding, using this for support. Starting in 10 seconds. Great way to end the workout. Push, pull, and lateral. Ready, set, go. Now notice when I'm loading, I'm on my heel, but I push off the toe. Four, three, two, one. Whew. All right, ending in the red again. Take a little breather. All right, I'm grabbing some water, letting the heart rate come down. We'll do one more set. Woo. See if we can't get into the yellow. So we can either do a timed, or once I get back out of the red into the yellow, you guys notice we're using my zone heart rate monitor. Gives you the zones as much as the calorie burn. Just so you know, I'm not quite halfway into the workout. I'm at just under 500 calories and almost 100 reps. All right, last set of rows. Take my watch off so I can actually see the timer. All right. Ready, set, go. Ten left. 3, 2, 1. Whew. Whew. Yep. High heart rate. Whew. All right. We'll give you guys a different option. So you can stick with the presses if you want. All right. But I'm going to go back to something similar that we did before. All right. That lat pull. All right. My chest has to stay up. I don't want to see you slumping. All right. 5 your end positions. Chest up. Ready, set, go. Ten left. 3, 2, 1. Woo. All right, I'll throw you another curveball instead of lateral lunges. All right, similar to that core exercise we did. All right, we're gonna go with a cross arm, back and chest. Outside arms doing back, inside arms pulling, doing chest. All right, but we're gonna add speed, and we're gonna switch halfway. All right. Not good enough. Okay, here we go. Starting in 3, 2, creating tension, 1, and go. Pulling and pushing. Pulling with the outside arm, pulling with the inside arm. I'm going to switch when I hit 15 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Switch and try to keep going. Little slack, no slack at all. Tension. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! All right, guys. There you have it. Lebert HIIT System. I am loving this thing more and more every day. The more I play with it, the more I learn about it. It's dynamic resistance. Self-controlled resistance is great. Definitely a full body workout. Core strength and cardio. Check it out, try it out. It is brand new. It literally just came out this week. And we do have a link in our bio for 20% off. All right, so this is a great piece of home equipment you can get for under $100. All right, we'll see you guys very soon. I'm gonna stretch out and let that heart rate come down. Thank you guys. Lebert, thank you guys. Great piece of equipment.